Tudu Minasan, hello, good night. This is Jubidu
So, Roni,
and welcome to the super weeb edition of G&A podcast.
why is it the Super Weeb edition?
It really isn't. I just want a reason to justify me making that noise from Steins Gate.
Fair enough. It was very fitting considering the topic of the episode, which we'll get to. We'll get to that. We'll get to
Exactly.
that. But first,
Exactly. It wasn't random.
let's start off with Attack on Titan Season 3, Episode 4. I think this was night and day compared to the last episode. I actually really loved this episode.
It truly was. Yes, it's exactly what I knew was gonna happen. It's like, whoa, where's all this action and stuff and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, it's coming, it's coming, and it came.
Yes, it's here. I'm so hyped about I like these type of stories. This is why I don't mind the political intrigue aspect of it because this episode felt Games of Thronesy to me with the guy betraying everybody. Well, not betraying, but the son teaming up with the scouts, the other two guys switching to the scouts. I don't know, just had like this sense of like fuck yeah, fuck up the military police. It was just fun. It was fun to watch.
Also, it gave an idea of how deep the conspiracy runs. Like, I didn't realize that not even the military police understood what was happening.
Yeah.
Like, which is kind of wild. Like, I thought at the very least everyone in the military knew what happened with Anne or Annie. But no, they're like, whoa, Annie, and then she got killed by a target before I got to know her. And then Levi's like, what are you talking about? She was the Titan. And she was like, Nani?
That whole aspect was interesting because I didn't even think about that. I'm like, oh yeah, right. I guess they did kill a bunch of people during their fight. Guess that was a thing that happened. It didn't even occur to me.
I don't understand that because I'm like, okay, would you rather that or would you rather like more walls fall? And
Yeah, that part I didn't like. The girl's justification for it was kind of dumb.
yeah, it sucks. It's like either you can have that or the season could have been over by the first season because Titans just won and killed everyone.
Well, at least she switched over. At least I'm fine with that because she wasn't lingering on it. She wasn't like, no, I refuse to team up with the scouts because they killed a Titan, blah, 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 blah. She kind of switched over really quickly. And I like the new guy. The new guy's kind of cool. I hope he doesn't die next episode.
Was it Marlowe?
Marlowe, yeah.
Marlowe.
I hope he does not die anytime soon. I feel like he won't.
But he will die.
He will die, just not soon. He's gonna die doing something for Jean. He's gonna like push Jean out of the way of a Titan or some bullshit.
Yeah. Henge was phenomenal this episode.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
She is released that like God, there's just some moments where I forget how awesome she is, and then because she's so like weird and stuff, and now it's like they're making her super badass. But
she's actually shining a lot this season. And again, no Eren this episode.
No Eren, no problem.
They're doing the whole angle with the side characters, which I like. I like the side cast of Attack on Titan, so I don't mind it. Although I do love Mikasa and Armin, but I'm fine not getting too much of them.
Yeah. Remember when everyone thought John just all of a sudden became crazy and was like, I'm just gonna murder people.
He had horrible acting.
Yeah, I was like, what is actually going on? I was like, everything that's happening here is very out of character. It's very weird.
I thought maybe he flipped for a second, I'm like, oh no, wait, this is like a test thing.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm curious to see what is going to happen with this meeting with the king.
I feel like in my mind, like something bad is gonna happen. There's going to be a shift in like within the division, and it's gonna start a division within the military police, or within their armed forces in general.
Maybe. Because
and he's gonna say something really cool about it. It's going to happen as he says something really cool about it, and then they're gonna kill him.
I don't know if they're setting up for a major arc or if this arc is wrapping up. It's in this weird spot where either this is going to extend for the whole season, I feel like, or it's going to be over within the next 2 episodes. And I don't know which one. Like, I can easily picture next episode he's meeting with the king, and then fucking Levi breaks through the door or something, or breaks through the glass window, or some crazy shit happens and the king dies. Or
that will never happen.
Or they do what you said, and they do like the whole faction division thing, and then we have like a whole season or season and a half of them fighting this war.
Yeah, I think the second half is more likely to happen. Do you know why?
Why?
One word. Kenny.
I don't know. The Kenny thing...
And he's still there.
He's still there, but it's not like they can't kill him off.
There's no way this arc is going to end.
They can easily do... They're going to do like a Levi versus Kenny thing, and it's only going to take like... It can't take that long. This is not Dragon Ball Z. They're not going to do like a 10-episode fight of Levi versus Kenny or anything.
Yeah, but like literally him breaking in, him fighting Kenny, King getting killed... all in one next episode.
Yo, don't underestimate Attack on Titan. It can easily go into the crazy territory with a bunch of shit happening at once. You know that.
I know, but damn.
And it would be hype. It would be hype. So I want to see it go that way.
Like the King, so that still seems very early off for me. Like we still haven't like seen enough of him.
I don't really want to see more of him.
If he's a fucking king, I think we should. Whether you want to or not is like whether we should is the real important question, and I think we should.
Because it kind of runs deeper than the king, though, because it looks like this has been like a thing that's just been happening. It's not like the king is the root of it, so...
He's not the root of it, but he's like a huge fucking part.
But even if you kill off the king, I mean, there's like literally someone else is going to take his plate. It's not like you're ending the whole intrigue of it.
I mean, killing the king to install Historia as the queen, like,
Oh, I didn't say that was going to happen. I just said the king was going to die.
I'm just saying, like, that's a natural...
No, some other bullshit's gonna happen.
No, not in the story, but just, like, a natural progression in logic. Like, kill the king, try to make Historia queen, yada, yada, yada. Like, it's...
I don't know. I imagine if they did do that, they'll do something like, they'll kill the king, they'll
I feel like killing the king
cover it up.
But killing the king just doesn't make any sense right now. Like, because, like you said, it does nothing.
I mean, they still want to kill the king to do the Historia thing. I'm just saying, the king, I don't see him living a long life. I don't see him being like, this is the bad guy for the whole series or something.
No.
He's going to be dead before the end of the season.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But I'm saying is, he's not dying next episode because there's almost no reason to kill him next. Like, there's no...
I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's unlikely, but I wouldn't be surprised. I just wouldn't be. It's Attack on Titan.
I think that'd be a, in my mind, that'd be a bad move because right now it just wouldn't make
It depends how they pulled it off. If they pulled it off properly, it can work.
I feel like that properly, I can't see a way they do it properly because in any way, shape, or form, it just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. It's literally like, I don't know, people. It's like if you try to assassinate the president and you succeeded, it's like, okay, you didn't overthrow the republic, the United States of America, you just killed the president.
No, but I'm saying like they could kill him and then get captured, and then the whole oligarchy's just like, oh, we're gonna cover this up. It's not like the whole world's gonna know the king is dead. They can easily just do a whole cover up already, like they've been doing, or just put someone else on the throne.
Yeah. I don't
Maybe
know.
put Erwin on the throne.
Killing the king would literally, that can backfire against the scouts so easily. Whoa, these murderers also killed the king.
What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose?
Well, what do you have got to win from killing him? Like that's like
he's a dick. He's a dick.
That's not a good enough reason. There are a lot of dicks in the world. We don't just go killing them all just because he's a dick. As of right now, he is the least. He is like.
Well, he's overseeing everything else, so it's not like they don't have a reason to kill him. He's overseeing this whole military police cover-up, assassination attempt, and all this other bullshit.
Until they know everyone who's involved and do a nice surgical strike, I would be like, this is dumb. Like that, just like that logically wouldn't make any sense. It's like,
I mean, this is the time for a surgical strike. Erwin's in the room with the king. So let's put it this way: shit is gonna happen. Next episode is not gonna be Erwin's in the room with the king and they just talk and then Erwin leaves. Like some action is actually going to happen, and I'm just saying, if the king dies, it wouldn't be the craziest twist or anything like that. And I'm hoping for it. But
I don't want the king to die. Honestly, I think that would just be unnecessary.
You king apologist siding with the fucking military police.
No, I'm just saying his death could be awesome just a few episodes later. Just not now.
Fair enough. Let's move on then, unless you have anything else to say about
Nope.
the Titans. Alright.
What Titans?
Or lack thereof.
I thought it was called Attack on...
Attack on Politics.
Attack on Politics.
Let's move on to Overlord Season 3, Episode 5. Another political drama.
I didn't really have a lot to say about this. I would say, I guess you'd call it politics.
Kind of, sort of.
Like you understand my hesitation to exactly call it politics. Like all what happened is like some guy who owned his own town literally staged an attack against his own town.
So, I think what Overlord's issue is right now is that it's doing the extreme of focusing on the side characters. Like, I feel like every arc is just side characters the arc, and I want what we got in the first season, which was Ainz being Ainz and having Nazarick and having his battle mate, and like I want to see that. There's just too much other people doing other things right now. Like between this season's opening with the Goblin town, with the lizard people from last season, even the second half of last season was mostly the story of, like, it was just as much the story of the crazy queen and the other dude, Climb, as it was about Sebas, and it was even less about Ainz. So, I don't know. I don't have a problem with this arc in and of itself. My problem with Overlord in general is just I want to see more of the interesting shit, which is Ainz and Nazarick and crazy shit happening there.
I think for some reason or another, I'm a little indifferent towards it, only because I really like B-side characters. Like
I like them. I like them. I like the whole end of this episode where they had the actual romantic development. I like the world building aspect, and you can see the different kings of the forest and how the city grows and all of that. I just feel like, okay, we've had literally 2 seasons of this already. Go back to Ainz. It's like if Imagine in Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super, right before, like they were doing the tournament, the last final tournament in wherever they did it. I don't remember Super anymore. But they were doing that tournament. And then while they were doing the tournament, we just focused on Bulma fucking living without Vegeta and having coffee every day. Like, it's not that I hate Bulma or wouldn't appreciate an episode where she's just chilling, but I want to see the super big ultra fight going on over there. It's more interesting to me. I want to see
but I feel like Overlord. That's like the curse of Overlord, which I knew was gonna happen. It's like, but what big struggle are they going to have?
Like, they can set something up.
One of the purposes they set literally from like the get-go, the fact that they are super fucking overpowered and everyone is literally like inferior. Like they have literally ground that into the dirt.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they did a good job in season 1 of doing that, where it's like, oh, they're super powerful, so, you know, like, no one in the world can challenge them, but they still have, like, these external issues, like Ainz having to be the leader, where he's obviously not comfortable, like, he has to adjust to that position, and with Shao-Tier being mind-controlled, or just having, like, rogue elements and stuff happening. Like, that's more interesting. Like, the Shao-Tier arc in the first season blows the shit out of all the other arcs for the past 2 seasons. Like, nothing has come close to reaching that level of hype yet since then.
Nah, I mean, I don't even remember the first season, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Not because I dislike it or I didn't think it was memorable. I just watch much anime between now and then. Also, I feel like you watched it in a day, so that didn't help. If I watch something in a day, I'm not going to remember any of it.
But even then, you don't have to, like, directly make it about Ainz. Like, just make it more about the Nazari characters. Like, make it more about the maids, or make it more about the floor guardians.
More Albedo.
More Albedo would be perfect, yes.
They literally just gave her mad love in the first episode, and they're like, okay, you're gone.
Yeah, you got your episode, time to leave.
Yeah.
But to touch on the episode itself, it was fine. I didn't have a problem with it. It just kind of felt like, yeah, it's fine. It's generic-y. It's a generic arc. Glad the village is safe. Glad what's-her-name is the leader of the village now. I'm actually glad that there was some romantic development. The whole part
exactly. It's not some super crazy slow burn that it easily could be. It's like, oh yeah, we're kind of feeling each other by episode 5. I'm like, I'm okay with that.
The whole, first off, the whole thing with Ainz acting super giddy and happy to show them around the palace was really nice. I don't know if that was genuine or if he was like putting on an act, but it was. I like to think it was genuine and he was just happy. Watch that not be the case.
I'd say 50-50.
It was a cute scene nonetheless.
Yeah, like I feel like he's doing this to, like, in a very roundabout way, like, inspire the town to be all like, hey, like, let's work harder for Ainz-sama, yada yada yada. Although I would say it was something that would be really cool. I don't think they would do this, but if they did, it'd be awesome. Like, at some point, the people of the people of the village find out that they were being manipulated by him the entire time. That would be great.
See, that would be a good arc. That'd be an interesting plot point.
That would be, but I feel like it's not going to happen.
I'm just tired of Nazari being in the background. Like, I know narratively that's the point. Like, they're acting in the background, and I'm sure there's going to be a part in the story where they come to the foreground, and they're like, I've just been controlling everything all along, and that's going to be awesome and epic and perfect. But it's so slow to get there. It's so slow to get there. And this Goblin Village, Lizard Village, Climb, and his mistress thing is not... It's not whetting my appetite from what I got from Season 1. That's all I'm saying.
I kind of like this one more. I think Season 3 involves Ainz more. Like literally involves Ainz more. Like, Season 2, that was like... that was an absence. Like, he was, like, absent. You were, like, at least half of it. He was just not
Season
there.
2 was like, Ainz is not here. Season 3 so far has just been like, he's here in the back. Like, he's...
I would say he's in the back. Like, it shows episodes, like, him doing... Like, he's doing stuff every episode. Is he blowing up mountains?
Every episode's a stretch. like maybe a quarter of the episode at most.
Yes, it's not all about him every episode, but at least he's not like, it's not like we're going like 2 or 3 episodes without him. Like he always
the focus
is
of the
there.
episodes are still always based on the Goblin Village and
Respectfully disagree because last week it literally was Ainz going to the forest, Ainz with that dude, Ainz killing that troll, Ainz like, and that's one of my problems. Like a lot of the stuff with Ainz.
They're not using it right.
Going back to what I said about them raising the power levels, like he's so strong. It's like literally all his struggles are like political ones. Like like they're all political. They'll never be, as far as I'm concerned, they'll never have one as of right now that's gonna be like, whoa, I actually have to fight this person.
I know it's too late to do this, and this is just kind of like 2020 hindsight thing, but I mean, maybe having a rogue element within Nazarick, like there's a traitor here or somebody, or like just a faction within Nazarick who's like, we don't trust Ainz or whatever, like that would lend, like, yeah, you can't really challenge Ainz because you already set him up to be so OP, so it has to be kind of like a political thing. But within Nazarick, there are people who can challenge him, so I feel like that was a viable route to go. Obviously, they can't do that anymore, but...
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna happen, but...
like, I'm just saying, it could have been a viable route to go.
I'm just saying, like, and to prove my point, literally, all you're talking about, wow, you know, so hype, when Shaw's here, an actual threat, was mind controlled. Like, that was it. Your biggest threat is literally one of the other OP characters.
Like, I don't mind the political, if they do political, like a political thing, it's fine. You just have to do it right. This is not doing it right. Doing the whole Goblin Village thing is just boring. It's too low stakes. I don't give a shit about the Goblin Village. I'm sorry. I just don't. I wanted, like, they had the right idea with the whole climb and the queen and the whole Rontel thing going on. Like, I want to see more of that.
They spent all that time setting up season 2. I wish it didn't just like randomly start here. And I would like to think they're gonna show the connection sooner than later. It'd be really weird if they like wait sooner than later. Oh, shit, it's 13 episodes. Girl, you guys are start throwing the dots really soon. I'm thinking it's 24 episodes. That's what I'm saying soon, but like we're basically at the halfway point.
Yeah.
So hopefully they start connecting the dots.
I don't know.
This could be turned into only a slightly better version of the alligators.
What if like the queen figures out who Ainz is or something? I don't know. Or like,
oh, she is smart. She's like very smart.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll just see. Shall we move on?
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have Isekai Maou, episode 6.
Ugh! Thank God you can talk about something that like isn't as like overly intelligent like Attack on Titan and Overlord.
All the politics are out of the way now.
Yeah. Right. Shout out to new big titty mama character.
All right. First off, those were like the happiest sex slaves I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like they were drinking tea.
No, everything's great.
The establishment was clean and nice. I'm like, woof.
We're so happy to be slaves. Yeah.
And they were all cat girls too, which makes me think this is kind of like a racial thing going on here.
Mm-hmm. People do some weird stuff with those tails.
As we saw at the end of the episode.
We did. I totally forgot. Like, it was just like, okay, etchy stuff, some stuff happens. Blonde Shinji appears, aka Shara's brother. There's some mana transfer time where Diablo literally puts his magic inside Shara and she just can't. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
God, I feel like they know that they're like, I feel like they know what they're doing.
They definitely do.
That's a little too on the nose. Some Shara development. It happens.
They're making me like Shara.
Yeah, like more development for Shara, and like, but this time in a way that's positive, not just like, oh God, my life is kind of awful because my brother keeps trying to rape me. Like,
the thing about Shara is, I think she does she's perfect in that party because she's the only one who, I don't want to say she's the only one who's not socially awkward, but she kind of is. And she's the only one who actually expresses her emotions. And she ends up bringing everyone together, because otherwise if it wasn't for her, they would go nowhere as a group.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I like how she contributes to the party in that way.
Yeah. I like how Sharon and Rem finally had some bonding time.
Oh yeah, that was good. I like their relationship. It's not usually you'd see this kind of relationship between the I guess the rivals within a harem anime. Yeah. Right now they almost have as good a relationship together as either one of them has with Diablo.
Yeah, which is cool. And they are... I feel like next episode has to be the end
of this arc. It has to, yeah.
I mean,
they already showed they already showed blonde Shinji's just evil laughter.
Oh God, yeah, I saw that coming a mile away.
I feel like that's a waste though. That's too on the nose. You could have kept up the charade a bit more with him being all nice and polite and stuff. I don't know. You don't have to have him maniacally laughing into the night like some fucking Naruto villain from a filler arc or something. Not even a mainline villain.
Well, I guess they just want to finish it up because they only have so much time. They get to the last arc.
I'm fine with, as long as we get to the Rem arc, because as much as I love Shara, there's so much Shara fan service and barely any of Rem, although we did get some Rem at the end of this episode.
We did.
So they are forgiven.
But yeah, all in all, it was the I don't know, this episode didn't go beyond in terms of expectations, but it didn't go under either. It was there.
I think we have established expectations for the show.
Yeah, and
it hits it. It's not it. I can't picture it going too off course.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's fine where it is. It doesn't need to change necessarily.
We need some consistency from some shows.
Speaking of shows that are always consistently good, let's talk about Chio-chan, episode 6.
Oh God!
Oh boy!
Oh God! I wish it wasn't for if it wasn't for Steins Gate, this would be my episode of the week again.
Yeah. Oh my God! I'm so glad they brought back the lesbians. This whole episode just made it was just designed. The first time it was just designed to make everyone just feel kind of gross. The molester bum guy. I they gave the homeless guy a backstory and everything. And you think it's all nice, and then he's like, no, he's actually a disgusting pervert.
Just when you start to feel oh man, what a sweet old guy. He's just down on his luck. Nope, he's a molester.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an uncomfortable kind of comedy. Especially with what's her name? I'm just gonna call her Senpai. Her just flipping out.
Yeah, I just call her the captain, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Kabaddi Captain. Where her coming to the realization she's just like, all right, I just play kabaddi to touch girls' butts. That's pretty much it.
Okay. And then the old guy's like, yes, go for it and molest. Like, Jesus.
I think this episode did a good job of showing, again, how shitty Manana and Chio are, and even to others besides themselves.
They're so bad. I love it.
When the captain was about to tackle Manana, and she's like, "Chio's over there," and then Chio's like, "Wait, Sakawa's over there."
And then I think she's just talking to. I think she was talking to. Who was she talking to? She was just casually just groping Chio's ass.
Oh, was that Hasakawa?
The other one who likes to run?
Yeah, the running one.
Yeah, oh yeah, I think she was talking to, and then she was like, "Go, get Hasakawa. Would you want to touch her butt again?" And then she's like, "You're right." Ugh.
That whole first part was good. I think the second half was also pretty damn good.
It was pretty great. It was pretty great. Oh my god, I actually really like Chio's character.
Me too.
Because it has all these weird elements that pair off that you didn't think belong together, but they make it work. Like the fact that she's super into games and stuff and yada yada, but she's super crazy athletic.
Mm-hmm.
So she can actually kind of afford to live out her weird fantasies just because she's that athletic.
Yeah. And I like how she, I don't know, the premise always gets me because it's it always starts off, I'm just walking to school, and I just have no idea where the show's gonna go after that. It can literally just go anywhere, and I just love it.
Yeah, I love how they brought back the mom and the son.
Oh yeah.
And then mom trying to play off Chio acting fucking weird shit. Just telling yourself being dumb, and then the mom just yes,
do
look
make sure
both ways before you cross the road.
Even Chio trying to get Manana from behind, I don't know. It was just so.
Oh my god, that was so great. And then when Manana was just there on the bridge, and she was just you were trying to trick me, probably, weren't you?
I love it. I love how shitty they are to each other.
They're really the worst.
Maybe you should fall. It'll teach you a lesson.
Yeah, right. I'm actually doing this because I care. Oh my god, you're horrible.
When Chio grabbed her and pulled her down and her crotch hits the pole, I felt that pain. I'm like, oh no. Thankfully she's a woman, but still, no.
Yeah. Oh god. And Chio's just so spiteful. She's like, if I'm going down, you're coming with me.
I relate to Chio. I feel like Chio is just my reincarnation or something. He's my spirit animal.
I wouldn't say all of that. Are you trying to make me Manana? Because I wouldn't.
You are kind of like Manana.
I know. I wouldn't be super against that. I actually really like Manana. She's my favorite character. Oh god.
Also, I realized while watching this episode, I'm shipping them super hard.
I told you.
I'm just shipping them super hard.
I told you.
They are the best pairing I've seen in a long, long, long time.
I told you. There was definitely that one moment where Chio wanted to go to Manana's house and Manana blushed. It made Manana blush thinking
there's so much random sexual tension. When Chio's falling backwards and then Manana grabs her and their faces are centimeters apart from each other and all of that, and Manana's just I'll never let you go.
Yeah, no, definitely.
See, yeah, they forced me to pair them together, so it's not my fault.
Yeah, no, I saw it from miles away. seeing their budding lesbian love. Oh man, their relationship's gonna be so fucked.
The trivia, I meant to mention this in the first episode we covered on Chio-chan as like a trivia point, but the mangaka for Chio-chan is actually a prominent hentai artist, and he rips designs straight from his work and puts them in Chio-chan and situations. So I'm just like, oh, I hope he just randomly does his own Chio and Manana Dojin or something.
I don't know. I'm expecting you to research that.
I will keep an eye on it and let you all know the results of my research.
Yeah. No. Chio-chan was great.
As always.
Great. Oh, God, I can't wait for next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, let's move on to what is undoubtedly the episode of
just
the week.
By default, of course.
Yeah, Steins Gate 0, episode 17.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
What's the episode counter?
I'm like, where do we even start? Like,
17. I know where I'm starting. 17 episodes until Mayuri died.
Yeah. Did I tell you or someone? I'm like, something happened in this episode that's kind of familiar.
Yeah, you did. You told me.
I did say that. And there you go.
It's funny that she always ends up dying in like these hyper random situations. Like, it started off as like, I'm just going to go in the time machine, shoot out of the roof, like run through this hail of bullet fire.
They both should have been dead, to be perfectly honest. I mean, you know that. Like, I thought Suzuha was gonna die.
Oh yeah, I definitely thought Suzuha was gonna die. I was definitely thinking
Suzuha
was
dead.
dead.
For it, and then I just see Mayuri get shot. I'm like, damn.
I actually didn't see Mayuri dying coming because I was so fixated on like, oh, Suzuha's gonna die.
Yeah. Because they already killed Mayuri like a billion times. Like, why would they do it in another series?
And then when Mayuri got shot, and for some reason everyone just stopped shooting like it was a fucking Disney movie. Like this was the fucking Pokemon the first movie.
Like, no one's going to. No one's going to shoot Suzuha. She's still kind of there.
Yeah. I was imagining like Suzuha looking, and then some soldier just comes up to her and shoots her. Like in the fucking red wedding scene. And
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Mayuri, no. Then fucking some soldier just comes up and just shoots her in the back of the head and walks away. And...
Oh man. That's fucking this whole episode is insane. Mayushi's super awesome monologue.
Mm-hmm. That was so good. Like, even before that scene, I was like, this is an amazing episode. So, that scene was just icing on the cake.
Yeah, the whole, like, dark... Ow. Fuck. The whole dark... Did I bring my glasses? Holy fuck. Daru, like, what... Like, you know, the parting with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And... Was it Mayushi making a whole stink about it?
Yeah, she was like, Daru, tell her no, don't make her not go, and yada yada yada. Like this whole series has just been more Daru development than literally any other character.
Nah, I'm not against it.
Neither.
It's great. They did a great job. Yeah, I did like Mayuri's excuse me. I did like Mayuri. I didn't think Mayuri would go back with Suzuha to the past to stop it. But yeah, but she was like, I don't know. She was like, there's nothing here for me.
What I'm interested in is, of course, how the episode ended with, what's her name? Kagedi.
Oh yeah,
Kagedi was Mayuri's dead body, yeah.
Yeah.
I expect heads to literally roll next episode.
Oh, shout out to Suzuha for actually shooting. Oh god.
Oh yeah, that was boss.
That was great. He's like, you think
Suzuha is low key one of my favorite like femme fatale badass women in anime. She is. Yeah. She is pretty badass.
Cause she's badass and then like kind of doesn't have anything like. it's a femme fatale. Like she's badass, but it's never like there's nothing sexy about her per se. She doesn't do it from like a like.
Well, except her butt. They do a bunch of butt shots, but other than that,
they do. Yeah, like that's the most of it.
It's also interesting because she's badass, but then she has other scenes where she's just like adorable and cute. So I like that she has a range to her character.
Yeah, she truly feels like a teenager. Is she a teenager?
I think so. I think she's like 18 or 17.
Yeah, she's like either a teenager or a very young adult. And she seems like it, the way she just interacts with everyone, like being all moody and yada yada. Like she seems like a typical teenager, except she like has decent.
Except she's also like a super soldier.
Yeah,
she's like Black Widow. She's Black Widow of Steins Gate.
Essentially. Oh yeah. So that was very. The episode was. I mean, like this is literally the only the only episode I'm looking forward to next week. I
think so. Me too. Well, aside from like Chio-chan, but other than that.
Oh yeah.
This was legit. I can't. Normally I wait to watch these episodes like until like Fridays or something.
Lately, as soon as it comes out, I'm like, yep, watching it. Right now.
So the moment it comes out this week, I'm watching it. I need to see what happens. So.
I need to see how they go back in time this time.
Yeah.
Which, well, actually, no, they're just going to probably send an email.
Probably, but I'm sure a lot more people are going to die before they get to that point. Oh my god, I hope Maou doesn't die.
No. Suzuha's probably going to die.
Suzuha definitely is going to die, but I hope Maou
There's no way she gets out of that shootout alive. I refuse to believe that.
Suzuha just walks away, and all the soldiers just walk away. They all mourn my Yuri's death.
They're all sad. Oh no, not again! It actually this is actually the anime adaptation of West Side Story. Was Maria and Mayushi was Tony.
It was a West Side Story adaptation all along, guys.
Yeah,
the soldiers need the same number. Anyway, let's move on to the other good show this week. Boku no Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 18.
Yeah, no, this is pretty great.
I'm so hyped that they actually pay attention to all the side characters. It's so good. It's so incredible.
They really did, because you know what? Aoyama, literally, I feel like he has gotten the least amount of love in general, and then they just made it really about him. Like, this entire episode.
Yeah, Aoyama got a fucking episode. It's... What?
Exactly.
And
exactly, and they just completely goes over the fact that like, oh yeah, like Deku also made it. Yeah, like,
that was my favorite part, because I was like waiting for more shit to happen. Like I thought the other team with the Dark Deku, like Deku Ultra, was gonna show up or something, and they were gonna do a fight. But I'm like, nope, Deku and Ochako and Tape do just one. That's it. Yeah, they had a good plan.
More importantly, it was mostly like Deku and. I mean, it's mostly like Uraraka and Seto who clinched their victory.
Yeah. So that was great.
Also, the electric guy getting some development, like he's like, oh, I can actually use my powers correctly.
I like that they do that though, because it actually shows like it feels realistic, because they're like, hey, these are the weaknesses of my power, and I actually invested in ways to make it better. So like I eliminated the fact that there's collateral damage in my ability, whereas some normal shonens usually like their power up is just like, I can make a bigger energy ball, I can do 2 Rasengans in both hands now. So this actually is a very smart way of making your characters more powerful.
Yeah, because it doesn't really make them powerful. It just show like they can just use their powers better.
Yeah, it shows growth. It actually shows growth.
It adds a dimension, because he's no longer that guy who's just like, I'm with my power and now I'm brain dead. Like that's all he kind of did. Like one giant blast of electricity, and he's like, and that was it. but now they're doing more with that. Yeah, I like that Bakugo was literally like, yeah, he was instrumental in winning against Meatball Dude, but ultimately it was against it was the electric guy who like more or less was the reason why they won. But also, I just find it weird that I don't know. I feel like it's weird that like these people are still like human at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. I don't think the Meatball Dude should have been like moving or anything after being zapped with like bolts and pump bolts of electricity. You pretty much literally should have just been paralyzed and not moving.
Yeah.
Or not even conscious.
And then again, I don't feel like the meatballs should have been alive because their organs would have been squashed and malformed and they should all be dead. But whatever. I'm not going to question it.
I don't know. I feel like maybe they can get away with it when they explain the science behind that, but like
the science behind forming people into living balls.
Like maybe I don't know. Maybe their guts do something weird that there's a weird thing that just helps them like live, or maybe it's like only a surface change, like more or less their skeletal like bodies are still pretty much.
Their skeleton would be jutting through their skin.
Imagine if it said like this amount of flesh like manipulates your flesh, and your flesh turns into a ball, but in reality, your whole body is like kind of just like you're basically in the fetal position, but surrounded by your own flesh.
But they're also like 50 times smaller than. I don't know.
No, those goops were pretty big. It wasn't like it's not like you could fit the goops inside of your hand.
Also, their body parts were all over the place. So I don't know. I don't want to talk about it because it literally grosses me out, and I'm super squeamish, and it's hurting my back just thinking about this.
But yeah, I'm saying we can argue about how that works. What we won't argue is how literally someone gets zapped with electricity, and they're still like, I'm still like kind of talking and moving and everything. That, however, I'm not.
No forgiveness for that. I loved how Bakugo was like growing too, like beyond his power, like his personality. Like now he trusts his teammates because he tossed the grenade to Kaminari. You know, he trusts his teammates to do stuff. He was able to kind of compliment Deku.
Oh yeah.
He didn't flip out and fucking.
There's definitely after to this episode, there's a shift in their relationship. Like it was no longer like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. Fuck you. You're just a nobody. I make sure you're still a nobody. Now he's like accepted. He's like, okay, you're getting stronger. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I still want to crush you, but like I'm not gonna outright try to kill you, like, or yell at you at every turn.
Yeah, I love that. Also, maybe I'm not reading too much into it. I like how Dark Deku is literally just the same as Deku in terms of being the strategist, but he's a little bit more evil-minded. Like he's like, we'll just attack them while they're not paying attention, and fucking kind of do a backhanded way of it. Like he's still super strategic and smart, but with an evil twist. He's kind of like slightly spicy Deku.
Deku caliente. But yeah, although I didn't appreciate how like at the beginning of the episode they used him for like the most obnoxious and blunt recap. Hey, let's go over what's happening so far. Like literally, that's what he said. I'm like, bitch, really? Like really? As a little on the nose. You know?
Last week on Hero Academia.
And then they're like, everyone's looking at him like, why are you saying that? Oh, no reason.
The next test they have is because there was I don't know if you saw the after credits sequence.
Oh, I didn't.
There's the next test that they have is a rescue civilians. And it's the last test, which kind of makes me think like, I don't know how they can fuck this up. Because, I mean, if you're just rescuing civilians, is there going to be any fighting?
I assume it's not going to be easy.
I mean, it probably won't be easy. Like, maybe there's a cat in a burning building or something. I don't fucking know. But they're not going to be directly fighting each other, I don't think. So, it's kind of strange.
Oh my god, watch. You think you're rescuing me and my baby? My baby's a bomb.
Well, I was thinking along the lines of they're going to fight each other for the rescues. Like, you have to rescue 5 civilians. And they just start beating, like, I'm rescuing her. No, I'm rescuing her. And beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm curious. Right?
Right. And let's move on to the last anime of the week, Persona 5, episode 19.
Yes.
I just want to point out something weird.
Mm-hmm.
So at the beginning, and this isn't exactly like, I'm not sure if this would be like a super critique or something I didn't like per se. I just would like an explanation as to why.
Okay.
But do you remember, we were in the very beginning, where she's like telling people about the school trip.
Mm-hmm.
When they do a very far shot of her face. At that point, it looked like this was like a totally different anime. The art style did not match Persona at all. It was so... I was like... I watched that shit like 3 times.
I kind of noticed that because, to be honest with you, I was like not paying too much attention to it when it happened. But I kind of noticed like from the corner of my eye, I was like, oh, the animation kind of looks off here. And then as soon as I looked back, I went, maybe the scene had passed already. So I was like, maybe it was just my imagination.
Her face goes back to normal. But then I'm just like, it looked like Chio-chan. Like, it literally like Chio-chan's animation. I'm like, wait, what?
So yeah, I don't know. I guess I noticed that too. It was just kind of like, I gotta go back and watch it.
That was so weird.
It wouldn't surprise me. They've had inconsistent animation for the longest.
Yeah, I was actually picking up on that. Like, that wasn't the first moment either, this episode. That was just, like, the most glaring one. Like, the other times, like, sometimes it would look a little... Like, it just looked a little bit weird. It was not as bad as High School DxD, but it just looked... There were just some moments where it was like, yeah, you know, I was going to bring it...
All right.
But, yeah, it wasn't as bad. It's just, like, some moments it was just, like, weird inconsistencies.
Yeah, it does that.
But that makes sense because that art style is so unique, to say the least.
I don't know, my problem with this episode was, first of all, I want to say it was actually a better episode than I was expecting it to be. But that said, I don't know, it's the same problem I have with the whole series, which is just it's more plot focused than it is character focused. And Persona's more character driven than plot driven, so it kind of just like I don't care enough about any of these characters. I care about them because I know them from the game, but if I was just watching the anime, do you personally care about any of the characters as much?
I care about Ryuji and Futaba.
Oh, Futaba's growing on you?
Yeah, no, I like Futaba.
All right. Well, for me, I was just kind of like, meh.
Yeah, everyone else is like, man. Like, it's like it's very whatever. They're a little bit like one-dimensional. Like, Anne is literally like the tofu I ate for dinner.
Well, that's not the anime's fault. Anne is like that in the game too. They got that part right.
Oh, that's
leave your hate in the comments. Everyone else though has a good personality.
What is the guy's name? The artist? I literally call him by his persona's name because that name is more memorable.
I think it's. I want to say. I forget if it's Yosuke or Yusuke. I think it's Yosuke.
Yeah, it is Yosuke. Okay, there you go. Yeah, he's just like, I like my art and art.
Like the characters, I know that they can't do it, but they're way more nuanced in the game.
Yeah, I imagine they are.
And they kind of like are typecast in the anime, like Yosuke is the I'm just a quirky guy who likes art, and every once in a while I'll do like a meme thing, like pick up some lobsters and show you a lobster or something stupid like that.
Ryuji, however, for some reason, I just think he's in the closet. Like, this episode made me think he's in the closet. Like, you know, one of those people who just tries a little.
Was it the "Tell us who you love" scene?
I mean, yeah, there was that, but well, yeah. I mean, there was that, but you know, she was in. Yeah, so she was in the room, but so was the main character. Yeah, he was just like, oh my god, yeah, let's go get bitches. Yeah, let's go get girls. I need to get girls. Let's flirt. Oh god, we gotta do this. Go, girls, girls, girls.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't be like the weirdest twist in Persona history.
Exactly. Like I don't know. I just feel like, God, that's just something like a closet dude would do, in my mind at least.
I'll give him a pass because he the way when he was like, oh yeah, that girl's hot, blah blah blah. He was talking about Hifumi, who is literally the hottest girl on the fucking planet. So
exactly, and gay people know that. So the door of suspicion of them being gay will find out that the hottest one is hot. Like, no shit, water's wet. What else stands?
By the way, they I guess get a cameo of Hifumi. I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad about two things. First off, yeah, I know Hifumi's not going to get a lot of screen time because she's a side character, but please put more Hifumi in there. Second off, they didn't do the beach date. Like, the whole... Are they still in Hawaii? No, they finished Hawaii already. They came back at the end, right?
Yes, they did.
Because the major thing with Hawaii is that the main character takes someone out on a date, and you get to pick, and it's like the first major, you know, romance thing, and you can pick like Makoto or Anne or Hifumi or whatever. Ryuji. You can pick Ryuji.
You can?
Yeah, I think you can.
Oh my god.
So I don't know. I was like, when the episode started, I was kind of like, oh man, I wonder if he's gonna pick Makoto, because I was kind of use it as a barometer to see what route they're going with. But they just skipped it, so I'm like, oh, that sucks. I guess you could kind of say they did a Hifumi because she showed up, but...
Interesting. I'm trying to think in Persona 4 if they, like... I don't think they made the main character go in any direction.
I mean, it wasn't, like, set in stone. Like, I took Hifumi out for a date on the beach, but I ended up going Makoto for the final part.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, it's just one of those fun gimmicky things in Hawaii. It's pretty much the only thing you do in Hawaii, because Hawaii is just a long ass cutscene.
Yeah, that makes sense. I love also. I'm like, I love how our school trip was only like to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are going to another country.
I love how Yosuke was like, we were gonna go to LA, but nah, we had to switch over to Hawaii.
Yeah, you know, whatever.
What school are you guys going to? Aren't they going to like a public school? There's no way they're affording fucking Hawaii and LA.
That's insane. Like literally every other anime, they're like, oh, we're just going to like Kyoto. We're
like
here.
Osaka or something.
We're going to the country. We're going to France.
Next year we're going to Germany. Like, what?
Yeah, it was very weird. Oh, shout out to only showing white people in Hawaii. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm like, oh wow, you guys, do Japanese people not know how the sun works?
I think there was one tan dude that was hitting on Hifumi. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say
the only tan dude in all of Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's that serious of a thing. I'm just saying, all right, there's a lot of things I can give you guys a pass on. I can't give you a pass on for that because there's literally so many Asian people in Hawaii. Like, there actually is. There's a ton of Japanese people in Hawaii.
Well, I mean, there's the whole anime thing where they look white to begin with, so I'll just chalk up all those white people as other Asians.
No, they're definitely blonde. You know, white blonde people. That definitely means they're American.
Maybe there were other tourists that were there.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my god, a phantom thief, like that horrible Japanese. Speaking of that horrible Japanese.
First off, that's super racist. You see a Japanese girl like, oh, phantom thief. Like, do I see a Japanese? We're like, oh, AKB-48.
Right? Oh god, I'm trying to think of another one. A morning musume.
Yeah. See a Korean, oh, boa.
Right? Oh, girl generation.
So, yeah, not the best pickup line. Don't just shout memes at Japanese people.
Yeah, guys, this is how to not be culturally insensitive 101.
Maybe if he shouted something about shogi, she would have got her attention.
You like the shogi this.
Yes.
And then yep, and that's how she would probably star in her own hentai film.
I hope they make a doujin out of that scene. That'd be the one good thing to come out of this episode. Do it, Japan.
Yeah, that was so weird. Also, yeah, Americans are never that. I don't think Americans usually aren't that creepy that they just try to grab a girl off the street and like broad daylight. That's
they
like
do
an
that.
anime.
They totally do that. What are you talking about?
No, like a Japanese anime thing.
No,
No, guys come up and like, you know, annoy girls with shitty pickup lines, but straight up like, hey, come with us, like grabbing her.
First off, they boxed her in because there was like 3 of them.
Yeah,
it was like the OD rape scenario. Like they just boxed her in.
Yeah, in my mind, like America's not that rapey.
I don't know. Some
Like,
people out here, there's people out here super thirsty.
It's up there, but like not.
Get a posse together. I don't know. Wouldn't be the craziest thing I've seen.
Really? I'm like, that's pretty up there.
my standards for like bro dudes is very low. I can imagine a bunch of bro dudes.
My standards for straight men who are like that. Sometimes straight men in general is not exactly up there. So now that I've done offended my entire.
So I think you offended. You know, like 95% of our demographic is from America and male. So we just lost 95% of our audience. Thanks.
Exactly. Now that I've done offended everyone, I think now is a good time to wrap it up before I literally just keep shitting on our own audience.
The views of Drooby Doo did not reflect the views of G&A podcast.
If you enjoyed this episode, by all means, like, comment, subscribe, check out our Twitter, check out our Discord, it's Diggity Dope. Excuse me. If you want to go the extra mile and donate on Patreon, you can, and get access to all these wonderful perks that will be described in the link below. Just be joining one of these amazing people. I think that is it for now for the general endings of things. Oni, do you have anything to say?
Stay in school, kids. Don't go to Hawaii.
Stay in school. Don't go to Hawaii. Don't end up like poor Hifumi.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been Drooby Doo and
Soroni.
And we will see you guys next time. Until then, bye.
Later.